What's up YouTube? I'm just another guy and welcome to my road to the Premier League, whatever you really want to call this. This is my Billericay save and I'm currently starting my 5th season. I'm in December. I said last time I kind of feel December gives you a better midway point in January. I'm not sure if I'll go back to January though, but yeah. Here we are now, 1st of December, so just before we go into the January transfer window, and it's not been a bad little start. It's our first ever season in League 2. We've suddenly gone into a professional status, so a lot of contracts had to change, but it shows the club is developing, and I like the fact we're now a professional side, 5 years in, new stadium. So let's go into transfers and have a look at the players that we actually managed to bring in and take out as we develop into this football league side. So pretty much everyone who left here, up to Jake McCormick, I just felt no longer were good enough for the club. They weren't going to step up, or there were better players out there that I could bring in. So all them guys left. Uh, yep, basically that's it. All these guys left. Jordan Preston's quite a big name signing. I had him last year, but all of them guys felt no longer worthwhile. Alex Osborne as well, quite a big name. And so look, these three guys here, Niall Stubbs, Jez McCauley, and Connor Cable. Cable, yeah. Them three went out on loan. They're all young, so here's Niall Stubbs. They're all young with developing potential in them. And so I thought, rather than have them sit there on the reserves or on the bench, loan them out, get them some first team experience, and who knows, in a couple of years' time they could turn out into something great. So them three guys went out there. So we'll move on to the ins though, and the more important side, of course. Anthony Straka was our first signing as a professional football league side. Left back, I feel we really needed to strengthen on the left side. And I still feel we do. Anthony Straka, you can see there, 2.5 stars, nothing too special. He's got some good stand-up pace, some tackling, not too bad. Some good attacking stats, which I like to see in a fullback. But according to reports, he's only a good blue square bet Premier player. But it was better than what we had. I have to improve some way or another. And this is the best I could find out there. Next guy was Luke Habbins, a right midfielder, playing right attacking mid though. Again, nothing too special. He's got a little bit of potential in him. Backup right mid, again not too bad, but not good enough for Football League really. But for what was out there, for what we could find, he was probably the best we could get. Jones at Diallo, I think this guy is a fantastic signing. He's got some really good stats. You can see there, pace, acceleration, got good crossing, dribbling, really. Headering's not too bad, technique, passing. He's only 19. He plays for Ghana's under 20s as well, so a good player there. Good League 2 player apparently with good League 1 potential. So a great signing for the club. Really good catch on £625 a week, so quite a lot. But if he can develop into what his report is saying, what his scout report is saying, then he will become a great player in the future. And that's a really good signing to have. Left attacker mid, he's going to be playing for us this year. Connor Cable, of course, you know, signed him, loaned him out. George Byers, a left midfielder from Scotland. He was signed for backup for left attacking mid, really. Again, nothing too special. Just making up some numbers there, that's what I like to do. I'm sure a couple of you know by now that I do make up numbers with a couple of these signings at Billericay. He's one of the examples there. Joe Curtis, however, is not one that's making up the numbers. He's a great signing for the club, a good catch again. You can see the standout stats there, all the ones above 10 really. And his report says a decent League 2 player with leading League 2 potential. So again, that's a good signing for the club. Really good catch. And I don't think he's on too much. Is he £550 a week and only 22? So still has the ability to develop a former Southampton trainee. So that's a good catch for the side again. Aaron Spare then come in as a striker. Good pace, not good pace, but good physical stats. Pretty much all of them there are half decent at least. Composure finishing's not too bad. He's on a lot a week. I mean, we are spending a lot on him, but he's that step up we were looking for. At the current time, you see Adam Noble there. I'll get onto him in a second. But at the time, he was the step up we were looking for. Will Bristol, I think, is playing right attacking mid more. I'm not too sure. This is done a long time ago. I'm recording this quite late in the future. But yeah, he's not too bad. I mean, good Empower League 2 potential. He's something that we needed. We needed someone who's to hopefully come in and score a couple of goals. Not a bad little reply. I mean, 12 appearances, 7 goals. It's good enough to reply back for him, and so that's a good signing there. Free transfer. Then we splashed the cash on Craig Stone. His report said 5-star, absolutely fantastic. I thought, okay, that's a bit weird. I'll scout him again. I'll use my new scout, my better scout. I'll scout him again. It said the same thing. I thought, you know what? We had a huge transfer budget to spend. We had a huge wage budget to spend since moving up. I thought I'd get him. I know he lacks a bit of pace, but his technical attributes, his mental attributes make up for that surely. And I signed him, and his report said something different. Now, when I signed him, it said League 1 player, so I thought that's a great signing. Now it's saying good League 2. Kind of annoying. I spent all that money on someone that really, in a year or two, could no longer be useful at the club. But you have to take risks as a manager. And I did take a risk on this guy, and it may backfire, it may not. I don't know how long I'm going to be in this division. I may be here for a while, and he may end up playing 4 or 5 seasons for us. So, really, respectively looking at the price, I would have said quite a poor bit of transfer, 325k. But at the time, I felt that was a good price for someone we were getting. Next signing was Anthony Foster, again another young player. I'm always looking for young players. I think this guy is a great player. Again, you can see we go limited defender defense, which is what we actually play. He's pretty good all round there. He's got some good pace for a centre back as well. His concentration is quite high, which is important as a defender. You don't want to make mistakes. His coach report says good League 2 and potential to be a leading League 1 player. So hopefully him and Mick Miller will be our 2 centre backs, which will be solid this year because they're both young. They both have the ability to develop still. So I think this guy's a great signing. £700 a week. I think that's well worth it. A really good signing. What is he? Is he an ex big squad? Ex Fulham, was at Morecambe last year. So he's hopefully step up with us like he did. A couple of our players will. Neil Stubbs, of course, he went out on loan. Tim Jacobson, again a great centre mid. I think he has a potential to develop into something great. I actually consider him better than Hugh Johnson. Giles Coke again in a second, but he was the first choice centre mid with Joe Curtis in the centre. So hopefully again we can see something good from this guy. We can see him develop into a good player. He's got a couple of main stats which I do like to look for in a midfielder, which is passing, creativity, and technique. Long shots as well isn't a bad little attribute to have, and only £450 a week, so he's relatively cheap considering the signings we have originally got. And not a bad little reply either. 18 appearances, 2 goals, quite a good average match rating. So that's a decent signing there. Jedge, you know about. We just spent £110,000 on a right attacking mid, who again, his report said one thing, his scout report said one thing, and when he comes, it's not living up to that standard. But he's still got time to develop. He'll still develop with the club as well. So maybe he's got 2-3 years in him, I reckon. What's his name? I don't know why I'm struggling with that. It's called him Dean. He has the ability, but still looking back at it now, I have to say that was quite a risky transfer move and probably overspent on him there. Now these 2 signings here, these are 2 what I consider top quality signing, and it showed the progression we've made throughout the season. The fact that where we are in the league, which I will show you in a second, has really helped broaden our horizon to players available to us. It's helped us attract bigger quality players. So Adam Noble first. This guy is fantastic. Composure of 14, finishing of 15. He's got good pace, good acceleration, good strength, determination, decisions, flair, off the ball, work rate. Like I said, I already said composure. He has got the makings of a great striker, and his report says that as well. Leading League 2 striker already, and a good championship potential. If we can develop him into his potential, what it recommends there, it is going to be good times for the years ahead for us. And worst comes to worst, we will sell him for money. Either way, an absolutely incredible coup. Former Man City youth, and already 5 appearances, 7 goals. He looks like he's going to tear this division up, and that will hopefully help us push forward in years to come. And our last signing before this update, in the 11th of November, was Giles Coke. Good passing, basically everything you need in the centre mid there. He's going to hopefully steady that ship in midfield, help us control and dominate games from the centre of the park. Because we do play the 3 across the middle, don't we? And yeah, just what I needed really, that experienced head just to come in. He's got experience at this level for Portsmouth. He's played for Hibs in the past, Sheffield Wednesday at League 1, so definitely someone I was looking for. So overall, I'd say some of the signings were great. Of course, we overspent a lot, and that was really poor of me, but I've still got a huge transfer budget remaining. I'm still, if I were to adjust that, I'd be under my wage bill by quite a lot. So, end of the day, great. Good financial situation we're in. We're trying to get new training facilities, youth facilities. So those are some positives to get out of this. The fact we got promoted, the fact we got so much money in the Blue Sky Bet Premier. We're going to try and spend that in the infrastructure of the club as well as developing on the pitch. But the league table where we are right now, we're 15th, so that's respectable. I mean, there's only a certain amount we could do. Start of the season, I felt maybe my signings weren't good enough. Maybe we're going to struggle, but we're safely mid-table. We're actually 4 points off the playoffs as well, if you look at it that way. 9 points off relegation. So we still have the capabilities to do well. We still have the capabilities to get promoted. I'm not saying we're not going to get promoted this year, but I will say it'll be a struggle. It'll be a real effort, but it's always going to be a challenge. It was always going to be a challenge, this task, and you have to relentless these challenges. You have to try and accept them, and anything's a possibility. We've got 2 games in hand. We win them 2 games in hand. We're suddenly in the playoffs. We're in the mix of things, so hopefully we can achieve. Let's go into our fixtures and have a look at how we actually got there. So our first ever League Cup game and our first ever home game, we lost 2-1 sadly in extra time. Will Bristol got a first ever goal. Let's have a look at the first ever goal in our brand new stadium. That's an achievement. We scored first in our new stadium. That's kind of, if you're into superstition and stuff, you'd say it was good to get the first goal in your new stadium for years to come. That'll be something to remember. And it had to be Will Bristol, of course. He's one of the hearts of this team, and it had to be him really. And so, yep, we lost that game disappointingly, but it was only League Cup. We were never going to win it, so maybe it was better we got knocked out early on. But then that wasn't good considering the knock-on effect it had on our morale. We then went 4 games without a win, 5 games if you include the first game of the season, drawing to Preston, losing to Luton, drawing to Southend, and drawing to Grimsby. So that's not exactly the way I wanted to start off the season, but we got our first win of the campaign with a 1-0 win over Barnet with Aaron Spare getting the first goal. And despite the fact we were dominated on match stats, we managed to get the win. Marco Ranieri putting in a fantastic performance. Defence really as a whole put on a good performance to prevent them shots on target. And in the end, Aaron Spare took his chance very well. So good win there. We're through the first ever Johnstone Paint Trophy games. A lot of record-breaking seasons this is. So it was good to get a win there. And then we won our first league game of the season. So have a look at these goals. So Jacobson and Loza getting the 2 goals there, giving us our first 3 points of the season. It was important we got that early on. I was disappointed in how long we had to wait. We had to wait 4 league games just to get the chance, but at least it was now 2 wins in a row. They did take the lead, as you'll see here. I think they did anyway, didn't they? It's taking quite long, this highlight, but the important thing when you get promoted is to get the win early on in the first 3 games, really, is the ideal, because that way morale doesn't get low, because it's always going to be your favourites to get relegated. We are favourites to get relegated, as we conceded there. So going 1-0 down is never a morale boost. At home as well, it's not the place you should be losing. It's not the place you should have a fortress. You should always be the threat here. But Jacobson with a deflected free kick. We got kind of lucky, but that's what we need. That's what we need to stay up. His first ever goal for Billericay as well. Not a bad way to score your first goal. And I guess this is a defensive mistake. Is it? Well, yeah, poor touch. Yeah, Hubbins gets the ball to Jacobson. That's a little bit of passing movement. Great through ball. Loza beats the defence and smashes it in the top corner. So, yep, great first win of the season there for us. And I was hoping we could push it on, but nope. We ended up losing 3-1 to Leyton Orient. Before finally, we did bounce back. We bounced back a game later, winning 3-1 against Barnet. Having just beat them in the Johnstone Paint, I felt confident going into the game, which is very rare for me at this at that stage in the season to say I was confident going into that match. We could definitely get the wins here because we hadn't been playing well. But Aaron Spare stepped up, scored 2 goals, and then Loza as well. So it was good to see us scraping the win again, going 1-0 down, but we bounced back, and that's the kind of personality we need at the club if we want to stay up. But I mean, I'm just going to avoid all of this. So how many games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 losses in a row. 7 losses in a row. That is relegation form there. That really did dip us down. Losing to MK Dons, losing to Brentford, losing to Burton, all 2-1, before losing to Crawley 2-0, Oxford 2-0, Gillingham 3-1 in a Johnstone Paint Trophy, but still, the cup is sort of an outlet that you want to win. When you're bad on morale, you want to win in that and then carry that form into the league like we've done before. We were winning against Barnet, but we still couldn't do that. And then we lost 1-0 to Northampton as well. But we bounced back again, importantly, 4-2 against Wrexham. Let's watch these goals as well. So who scored for us? Byers, Loza, Hugh Johnson and Carl Kinnard in a late goal. But again, the importance of this victory could be immense come the end of the season. We could say the fact that we won here, the fact that we turned that losing streak around, was the difference between us getting promoted and us getting relegated. That looked like an own goal there, and that's the importance of these things. I couldn't believe when we were losing. I didn't really want to change the tactic because the squad is built for the tactic. There is no other real tactic for me to choose from. The fact that it's either a 4-3-3, or I can maybe partly put a defensive midfielder in, put an attacking midfielder in, but that's it because I'm limited because the wingers in my squad can't play left and right mid. They're limited to just playing left attacking mid and right attacking mid. There may be something I have to look for in the future, try and change, because I don't really have a plan B. There's Loza there that probably looked offside, but gets the goal. There you go, 2 goals in 4 minutes, and us the bounce back ability. Away from home as well, it was important that we didn't let ourselves concede and go give away a 1 goal lead. It was always important that we kept it, and we did capitalise on some poor defending and a good pass again, and a great one by Johnson, outpacing that defender there, absolutely blown for pace, giving us a 3-1 lead. And at that time I felt, yep, we must have clinched it. I felt the same as that commentator just said, but it's got a great free kick, and it did mean a tense last 3 or 4 minutes, depending on when added time was on. They did say they looked powerless to defeat, but I still always felt, nope, you always got the chance to concede late on. And in the end, it was them who conceded late on, as Carl Kinnard got the goal, got an important goal there, securing us the win. So again, another good victory, but still conceding quite a few too many. We then won 1-0 against Bristol Rovers though. Jamal Loza getting us the only goal of the game and earning us a victory. And then we faced the FA Cup first round. I'm not sure if we've ever got to the FA Cup first round, something I could check out in a minute, but a draw against Peterborough earned us the replay. They are higher league opposition. So to get a draw there, that was respectable enough. Mick Mellor, again, one of the hearts of the team. Him and Will Brister have been here since the start, really, getting us the draw. And then we drew 2 in the league. That's not too bad against some tough oppositions. Exeter, we drew against them. They're a big team in real life. I'm not sure how big they are in the game. Let's have a little look. They're still a big team in the game. So a draw there was a good point earned instead of a 2-point loss. And then we drew 1-1 with Port Vale after taking the lead. We conceded very soon afterwards, but we held out. Macaronieri had a fantastic game. And let's look at Adam Noble's first goal, because hopefully, like I say, he will be the great player in a few years' time. He will help this club push forward if he can develop into that so-called good championship player that he has inside him. Then we'll be laughing in a few years' time. He'll just be tearing up League One, tearing up League Two. There you go. First goal for the club. Maybe a historic moment there. And again, he was on form again. 2-0 against Torquay. Adam Noble scoring both of them goals. He then lost 3-0 to Peterborough at home. We got TV money out of it. That was probably the most important thing out of the game, really. The fact that I knew we were going in it, never really going to win. We did have the slight majority of possession, but coming away from it 3-0, I thought, you know what? That doesn't matter. The FA Cup, we're never going to win it. It'd be nice to go on a run, nice to raise a bit of money, but we're never going to win it. So maybe, like I say, maybe it's more of a benefit to be out of the cup than a distressing moment, really. Then won 3 games on the trot, 3-0, 2-0, 1-0, going down in order. Let's hope the next game is not 0-0. But Adam Noble getting 2, Tim Jackinson getting 1, and Diallo and Adam Noble again, and then Adam Noble once again scoring for us. So overall, it's not been a really bad couple of months for us. Let's go to our copy of selection info that I have. So our top assists coming from Joe Curtis, Diallo, and Holohan. So Holohan, I think that's how you say his name, didn't I say? Or Dean. I call it Hulahan, really, whenever I see that name. So 3 signings there, proving I made the right choice by signing him, and especially Dean, he needs to score considering how much of a big price tag I put on him. Top goal scorer is Aaron Spear, but Adam Noble looks like he's going to overtake that and just fly past him. Hopefully, like I've said before, he can make that difference. He can tear up this division, and we may even be in the playoffs if he manages to bang in a lot of goals. Our top performer, excluding Adam Noble, is Mick Mellor. Absolutely great player. He is a living legend at this club because apparently he still has the ability to develop. And Fasil Hemati has actually said he's no longer going to develop. Things like that. Macaronieri is no longer going to develop. So really, Mick Mellor and Will Brister are only 2 guys here that have had from the non-league that have still got the ability to develop. And if his average ratings tell a history, he will develop. He will still play very well for us at this club. And he will be at the rock of that defence for a couple of years more to come at least. So that's it for now. Let's have a look at stats in comparison. So right now we are the team on form there. We are doing very well without conceding. We're 4 without conceding. Oh god, I've actually pressed continue. My bad. We've not conceded a lot. Games we haven't conceded a lot recently. Top goal scorer, not in any of them. But if we were to go to goals, we'd see we're up there with Adam Noble and Spare. We could, like I said, if Adam Noble, I keep on saying that, Adam Noble rips up this division, we will. He will be up there in a couple months to come, but that's only if he plays well. And let's go to average attendance. How has that average attendance been affected by the Football League? So we're now getting in 2,701 people a game. That is a massive improvement to what we have been doing in the past. And the new stadium may be Helping that, of course, the fact that we can offer League 2 football, professional football now, is going to benefit the attendance and the money we bring in. Attendance by capacity, one of the lowest, but that's not ever a worry. And our salary per annum, I like to see this, is 15th. So we're actually spending quite a bit of money, spending 1.3 million a year on wages. It's quite a lot, more than Portsmouth, who's a big name, more than Crawley, who's a big name in there, like Orient as well. But hopefully, we've built a foundation here. We've built a foundation that maybe not this year, but next year we can get promoted on. So I'll see you at the end of the season where hopefully we can either stay mid-table or be a bit higher up the league. But that'll be the ideal thing, to just stay away from the relegation zone. So until then, peace out.